What's good, y'all? I'm Skip,
And I'm DJ.
and we're back for another episode of Decipher Road to 100. And before we get started, DJ, how you doing, man?
I'm blessed, man. It's Sunday, and it's a beautiful day outside, man.
That's true, man. Hey, I can't complain. Like outside of running into a brick wall yesterday, everything been pretty good. But
Yeah.
yeah, to the people watching this who were hopeful to get a live on Saturday, yeah, man, life just caught up. So I had to
We,
take a day to get myself situated. And I think like just the lingering effects from COVID and not really resting that weekend.
Mhm.
I just think all that shit caught up to me. But other than that, I'm good.
All right. So what we got on the docket today, man?
Today is episode 9 of Decipher Road to 100, and I cannot remember what we supposed. Was the first one Your Old Drew movie?
Mhm.
Okay, so it's probably for the best that we didn't do the last one, that it didn't come out. I didn't crash out because we was on him for like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it brief. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
brief.
Yeah. They had this a reshoot.
Yeah,
Gotta change the budget a little bit.
yeah, because we tried to do the other ones on Streamlabs and they didn't come out good. So we're doing these. And it was probably for the best, like I say, because I really crashed out on Your Old Drew. So I'm gonna just keep it short. Bruh, a swagger jacker. He disrespected Nas in multiple ways on this project, not only stealing his entire style and being the action Bronson to his Ghostface Killer, but how could you not want to work with somebody who you've been stealing their style for a whole decade?
Mhm.
And I feel like that's some culture vulture shit on top of some other stuff he had in here. Like just all of his references were just very weird. It's almost like he only do hip hop because
It was cool, and
yeah,
it was
yeah,
cool, and it was able to, since he was Russian, it was able to really get him out of being bullied and
yeah,
ostracized growing up in New York and things like that. Like, because if you listen to the album, like it's certain songs where he would say, like I'm Puerto Rican or I'm Spanish or I'm Dominican. Like he said a couple different ones, but the Puerto Rican one is the one that he would reference the most throughout the album. Because it actually, I think this is kind of good that we had to redo this. I had a chance to go back and listen to these albums again just to
mhm,
refresh my memory. And he had definitely like identity crisis growing up through a lot of the album, trying to really find his place in the world because ultimately during that time, being Russian wasn't really something to be celebrated or accepted, especially in the US. You know what I'm saying? So for him to have that kind of identity crisis and form his whole style and mantra around one of the greats. And granted, even if you don't work with him, that's fine. But I just would think that you would have some type of respect or admiration for the person that you emulate your style from. And I just think that's
yeah,
kind of nutty. And but outside of that, overall, I mean, if I take that away, I do think it's a good project. Like I actually did enjoy, some of the songs on here. And a couple of the ones I did enjoy was How Do You Do It? I Think I Love Her, Mantra, Mercury Thermometers featuring Conductor Williams, and DBZ featuring Method Man, Denzel Curry, and Madlib. Um, one of the best things about the project I feel is the actual production of it.
mhm,
Not so much. I mean, he's rapping, pretty good, but the production I feel is what overall carries the album for me. Because like the samples that they chose and how they flipped the samples, especially like I Think I Love Her, like
mhm,
that shit, it's fire to me. Like that's what
yeah,
really just kind of sold me on listening to the album was the actual production. And even how he sequenced the album, like how he sequenced the album was really good to me in terms of like how each song flows into the next song. I thought
mhm,
that was really, really good. But overall, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 because like his content, like he's not basically he's Nas light in a sense. So
ultra,
like yeah,
ultra light,
literally ultra light.
yeah,
so so I mean he did it good, but it wasn't up to what I'm saying the level that I'm accustomed to when I'm listening
yeah,
to a Nas. So um and this is my first project that I ever heard from him. So granted, I don't know if it's enough to make me go back to him and try to listen to some of his other stuff. but I think if I don't ever listen to another project of his, I think I'm good.
Yeah, cause yeah, I'm straight on cause I don't let me, I don't dislike um I don't dislike him
Yeah,
per se as far as like just him as an artist, but it's like if I want to listen to this, I can go to who you stole it from.
yeah, and hear it a whole lot better.
Yeah. Like in hip hop, especially like one of the biggest things in hip hop, especially from the era that he's biting from, you feel what I'm saying? Like the biggest thing was being original.
Hmm.
So it's like bro, if you want to sound like any part of Nas's career, I'm gonna just go listen to Nas. And it's not like homage wise. It don't feel like that.
Yeah,
It feel like he was listening to him and just like took it. Kind of like how people be feeling about Logic too. Like, but the thing about I think the difference in Logic is you can actually tell that he appreciates the people that he
right.
like incorporates into his style. It just sounds like bro just bit Nas whole style. And
And
then like
it, with Logic, he's actually willing to work with those said people. Like if they want to
exactly,
work,
exactly.
if they want to work with him, they gonna be on his project somewhere. Whether it's a mixtape, an album, it don't matter. The people that he respect and look up to, he getting the track from them.
This
So
nigga talking about him like, is there anybody else you want to work with? You talking about some no, like you ain't work like, bro. But anyway,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this the one thing I say: you cannot replicate what's ordained. Nas is the pinnacle, and you could have at least stole more of his styles to be more complete. But all in all, the songs that I like was "Success and Power," "Crescent
Mhm.
Moon," "Grandmother's Lessons," "What Else," and "Movie." And "Movie" is one of the songs that sounded closer to like I Am era Nas.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, decent album, just mundane in the pacing. It's not versatile enough.
Mhm.
Um, and the song with Denzel and Method Man, it just felt like that didn't fit they vibe as far as like or the tempo that they're most comfortable rapping in. That was my issue with
Mhm.
that song. But yeah,
Okay.
it ain't gonna make it to the next, and it's not just because he stole. Like I gave it a 7.4, and I rated it before I realized that he was doing what he was doing. Cause I
Mhm.
only looked it up and found out because I was like, had he ever done a song with Nas? And then I googled it and found out all of the
Mhm.
backstory. But yeah, it ain't gonna make it to the next round. What's next?
We got Megan Thee Stallion with her self-titled album Megan.
Oh, okay.
Um this project, I'm gonna say this again. Megan can rap. I'm not taking anything from that. I feel as though she can actually, when it comes to like going head to head with people, I think she can. Like I think she can really hold her own. But it's just the content, bro. Like I'm not with the hot girl shit. Like that's it, it ain't for me. I can understand why people love it and like it. I get it. But hot girl summer, that's just not what I want to listen to all
Mhm,
day. Um some of the songs I did like on the album though. I like Kiss. I like Cobra. I like Paper Together featuring UGK. I do like how she does try to get like her from so with her being from Houston, she
mhm,
try to get her influences and big names within their culture on her projects. Like she's done it in the past as well. So this ain't the first time she's referenced UGK or any like other Texas legend. Like she's worked with I think Lil Kiki, she did songs with Zero, I think. Like so I mean she didn't made her rounds,
mhm,
amongst the upper echelon and Houston rap and hell she didn't even done shit with Beyonce now. So I mean you gotta respect it. But yeah, Paper Together, UGK, Cobra, his Otaku Hot Girl is a song I really like because she has a lot of anime references in there, and I'm big on anime references. I like the song "Broke His Heart," and I think I mentioned it the last time, but it sounded like something from USDA. Like it could have
mhm.
been on one of them USDA projects with Jeezy, Slick Puller. Um, what's the other guy name? Shit, I forgot the other guy name. Um,
I don't know.
yeah, I can't remember, but that's why I really like that. Like the beat on that, it's just fucking fire to me. But overall, I don't see this making my next round. Just being honest. I gave it a. I originally gave it a 5.5, but like I said, since we had to do the reshoot, I
Mhm.
let's do it again. It's better than a 5.5, so I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
And I can't remember exactly what I said because I didn't take notes for her project.
Yeah.
But I think it was like 6.5 territory.
Mhm.
Some of the songs that I did like, because I don't want to drag it with hers, I think it was Broke His Heart. Maybe Accent with Glorilla, Paper Together, Spin. I think that in down well, yeah, I remember talking about this. Accent, Paper Together, Spin, Miami Blue. That was the run in the album for me.
Mhm.
It got weird from 16 to 18. I feel like I said, she just need help songwriting. She can
Yeah.
rap, just need help songwriting. But yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Definitely not going to the next round. And just so they don't think we sexist, it's not the fact that she's talking about the experience of her being a woman. It's just not enough variety, or it's not done creatively enough to make it make sense. We're not trying to police what she's talking about, because Doja
Yeah.
talking about some of the same shit. It's just done so much more creatively. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's like once you heard one Megan project, you've heard them all. Um, and that's not a good thing to me when your floor and your ceiling, well, when your floor isn't that high. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I
Mhm.
think her like, well, she doesn't, it doesn't seem like she has a high ceiling. So I say that like her floor is about around 6.5. And I'm thinking her ceiling might be a 7. And it's just like we need more creativity from you. But other than
But
that,
I do feel though that 7 is enough to keep her around for a while though. That's why I feel though she has done as well as she has up to this point, because
yeah,
to the general audience, that is enough to catch somebody's attention, to keep their attention for the most part, like that 7 range, things like that. So I mean, it's not to knock anything that she has accomplished, because I think she's still going to be around for a while. But ultimately, I'm not looking forward to listening to another project if it's going to sound exactly like this one and the one before, Tina Snow. Oh, it's gonna sound exactly the same shit. So
they sound the same.
yeah,
Um,
so,
yeah, it's just yeah, once you've created a brand, people buy into the brand. They want to see,
right.
they want to participate in the brand even more so than the quality of it. You know what I'm saying? And that go
Mhm.
into the Drake and Party album, but we're not gonna talk about that. Is the next one Across the Tracks?
No, the next one is Lupe, with Samurai.
Oh yeah, okay. Um, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Um, my favorite songs on the project were Mumble Rap. I think the song Cake was crazy.
Hmm.
Ironically enough, I thought this song was beautifully alliterated. Palaces was dope.
Yep.
Number One Headband was fire. I think Wale would have been an excellent feature on that song. And
Hmm.
the title track, Samurai, sounds like vintage Lupe to me. I
We
thought
hit.
this was a great this was a great showing of himself. I just think that nigga just weird as fuck and just be doing shit that's anti hip hop and
Hmm.
then talk crazy to black people, which is weird to me.
Hmm.
But on the mic, he like, well, I say this, on this album, he was tight.
Yeah.
I really like this album.
Yeah. I like it too. And we pretty much had all the same favorite songs.
Hmm.
Mama Rap, Cake, Palaces, Number One Headband is probably my overall favorite
Hmm.
song on the album. And the last song that I really go back to is Till Eternity. That's one of
Okay,
my favorite ones. I really enjoy that. I
because
gave it a,
that's the last song, right?
yeah,
Okay,
and I gave it the same rating. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
okay.
Um, Only because, like I said, like we mentioned before, this definitely does better as a guided listen.
Hmm.
Like meaning that you look up the lyrics and actually follow what he's saying with the lyrics. I feel so that makes it a whole lot better. But
Hmm.
I feel the fact that I have to do that, the average person is not going to do that. So it's not going to be enough to capture the average person, because not they're not going to want to do that. They're not going to even understand or know what the fuck he's talking about. So they're not going to be. It's not going to hold their interest long, because he rapping about some crate like some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So
like Also, shit, like we gotta look at it like this too. Like high art in any medium isn't meant for the average person.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
um, if everybody's trying to placate to the casual, no art will really have meaning because the casual ain't really looking for meaning. They not looking for nothing but the like something to hold their attention for a very short time span. And then you're gonna get to the point where music is gonna be just nothingness. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it has to be people who are like trying to still push it forward and make shit that
Correct.
means, because if not, um, like this shit just it's gonna die. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I respect anybody who's attempting to like treat this shit like art for real, for real.
Yeah.
Um, because you get people like I don't want to name nobody, but you will get stuff from people where it's just like, yeah, you don't appreciate this shit for real, and you not treating it how you should be. So, yeah, and I think we can possibly serve as representatives for people who need liaison.
Mm.
You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
our job, one of our jobs with this platform is to like kind of try to disseminate the shit or try to get people interested in the actual art form. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
everything ain't meant to be for everybody, and I don't think
That's
that's a
that's
I don't think that's a
yeah.
bad.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
because look at it like this, just from a movie standpoint. You think everybody that watched Interstellar got it?
No.
That don't make that movie no less of a phenomenon and one of the best movies of all time. I was just watching that shit last week when I
Yeah.
was bed stricken.
Yeah.
And I was just like, bro, this shit get better every single time you watch it. But it's just like you got to be open to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, just to receiving the art. And it's like, if you are, you are. If you aren't, you aren't. So, I think now, don't get me wrong. Don't make your shit so obscure that people just can't understand it at all. Like the people who are actually trying can't get it. But
Yeah.
if all it took was for us to just pull up some lyrics and then the shit come together, I can fuck with that. If I gotta go
Okay.
read a book to get it, I mean, I get it. That's still hip hop because you know, but
Yeah.
yeah, I won't take off. I won't take off no points for that.
Okay. That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
So my honest rating for it was 8.5. What we got next? Because my
Uh,
shit out of order.
the next one is Across the Tracks with Boldy
Okay.
James and Conductor Williams.
All righty. Let me get to it. Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah.
Go.
Out of this group, I'll probably say this is the album that I listened to the most. I went
Mm,
back to the most. I probably enjoyed the most out of all of them. I really like Boldy James' ascent as far as like him just really getting better with each project, rapping wise, production wise. Like he's linking up with the right producers that's helping really show and just expound on what he is like as a rapper, as a person. I think Conductor Williams is really on the rise right now in terms of like if you need that good like hip hop sound and beat, not even necessarily boom bap, but something that's kind of akin to like the essence of hip hop in a sense. You go into like he's like the modern day. Ooh, that's a lot of sauce. Hold on. No,
yeah.
hold on. Wait. Hold on. I had to catch myself halfway through. Confident to say like he the modern day like Pete Rock or some shit. And I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute, slow down, slow down.
Pete Rock ate his lunch with the auditorium, so let's
Yeah,
not, yeah, let's not do that.
yeah. I had to catch myself. Too much dip on the chip. but
Correct.
but I mean, but what I'm saying is, I think he's a really kind of like he's one of the guys that you go to right now if you want to rap. Like
Yeah,
he's gonna give you
especially if
that.
you want to rap against Kendrick, or if you want to talk shit about the West. But for real though, the Alchemist has been doing some of the beats on the West Coast side, and Conductor been doing some of the beats on the anti-West Coast side. So
Yeah,
it's a theory that they're actually
Beefing. Oh,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Mhm.
that.
But go ahead.
But overall, I gave this project an 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely going to my next round. I just
Mhm.
don't know where on my list. Some of the songs I really enjoyed was Undisputed, Lampshade, Terms and Conditions is fire. That's probably my favorite song on here. Off White Lumberjack is good, and I like Stamps in the Middle.
Mhm.
Those five are the ones I like had on repeat when I listened to it. So, but I think his now I do think as far as what his content, as far as like kind of the drug raps, I don't
Mhm.
think is that like his floor and his ceiling. I don't think is that far apart.
Mhm.
But overall, as far as like how he raps it, I think he's getting better. And that potential that I see is what's really kind of making me invested because he's good to me. I do.
Yeah, and he has a high floor. So
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said this is kind of close together, his floor and his ceiling, because he already high up to me.
yeah, so you ain't gotta like people like that, like you ain't even really gotta like their fan base be cool with them not excelling or not excelling, but like evolving because where they at now is cool as far
Yeah,
as because like I said, every project from Boldy James is around that 7.8, 8.2 range. So he's consistent in the quality of music he puts out. And he put out a
yeah,
lot. So it's
yeah,
like um he giving out so much music. It's like I understand you can kind of rationalize why. Okay, so bro may not ever have the budget to create music on that scale, but he can continue to give us this.
yeah,
So it is what it is. So I respect it. Like I said, it's a very solid project. He stays true to himself. In the back half of the project is very strong to me. And we
mhm,
got the exact same list. Terms and Conditions, Flying Trapeze Act, Undisputed, Lampshade, Off White Lumberjack. That song sounds like the song Covert Coupe from Currency and the Alchemist Project. I think that was like 2010. It Stamps in the Middle. I gave it an
yeah,
8 out of 10. So it's a very, very good project. Well, very solid project. What we got
yeah.
next?
Uh, the joke of the group,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
Johann Sebastian Baklava, the Doctor from
This shit
Action Bronson.
trash. Can we
That
just
shit.
say this shit garbage?
Yeah,
Garbage. I was watching a live last night for a couple minutes. It was on Curtis King page and
yeah,
Justin Hunt was talking about uh remember that you're speaking about someone's dream. Not today, I don't give a fuck. This shit suck. This shit suck. Because one of the other dudes, I think it was Therapy. And he was like, sometimes we just gotta say if the music ain't what it is, and this ain't what it is, it's never gonna
yeah.
be what it
What
is.
it is, yeah.
Press play and see what it is. I didn't hear what it
Shout out to Dolce, man.
shit was garbage, man. I think I put the first song cringy as fuck. 3 tracks in, the project is not moving me at all. I got all the way to 7 tracks before I actually 8 tracks before I felt like it was something that I possibly liked, and that was Compressor.
Yep.
Shadow Realm was cool. Doctor, that track, I said he wasted the fuck out of my time for like 7 songs to remember how to rap about some shit other than his doped out Adult Swim fantasies. I want my 31 minutes back. I gave this shit a
Yeah.
5.5 out of 10. And like I told you last time, you get a 5 for signing your name on the paper. This shit
Damn.
trash, bro.
I agree. This shit is awful. Like, I'm like, is this nigga trolling? Like what is this? Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, you can't like you release this album, you can't feel like we're gonna take this shit seriously. Like you can't. I don't even feel like your hardest, like your highest of stands is gonna say like, yeah, that's the one. Like they're gonna be like, but it's Action Bronson.
I
So
don't give
nigga,
a
that
damn.
shit ass, bro.
I'm so
So
sorry. This shit trash.
yeah, I'm good on this. I probably never. I know I'll never listen to this shit again. And I've never really been the biggest Action Bronson fan in general.
Mhm.
And this shit didn't help. it don't make me feel like I need to go and invest in his other projects because this
Mm.
shit is ass. Like,
I
so
think the
I'm
only
good.
he put out one project maybe 4 years ago. I think we reviewed it for maybe our first top 10 list, and it
Yeah,
was straight. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was okay. And then I heard him on I think it was Yacht Rock 2, Yacht Rock, one of them projects, and he signed kind of straight on that. But like as far as a me, like, ooh, I gotta hell no. I'm super straight on. I'm never pressing play on any of his music again. I'm straight.
yeah,
Cause he
yeah.
ain't
I'm
trying
good.
to impress me. On top of him, just like what's his name?
True.
Yeah, like nigga, you got beef with a legend because you stealing their style and then trying to front on them like they not who they is. So
Yeah,
I'm straight on that because we said in our episode that was produced by Andrew, shout out to him. Like we
yeah.
gotta respect the OGs, bro. And a part of that is not letting the younger generation disrespect them or supporting those people. And this ain't just like fuck the old niggas. This like, hey, I'm gonna steal your style and I'm gonna pop shit. So nah, I'm not fucking with you. Cause on top of all of that shit, the music ain't hitting on nothing. So
Like that's one of the core elements of hip hop is like being original.
yeah,
So if you got one of the OGs, one of the elder statesmen coming out saying like, "Hey, bro, like chill out, like this is my shit," you know what I'm saying? Like you copying and saying and rapping everything like I did. Like if you want to rap, that's fine, but do your own shit. Like be original, bro. Like why you taking my whole shit? Why you taking my paper and just erasing my name on top and put your name at the top? Like,
crazy.
like what you doing? Like then, like you said, yeah, actually, he really got mad talking about like what the fuck you mean? Like this is me. This how like no, it's not, bro. It's not. And then on top of that, and I'm just gonna be saying I'm sorry for anybody that's going that this applies to. But then you white, bro. You white, bro. Let's just be for real. Like stop it. Like stop it. Like you already know people gonna have a problem with that. You coming in jacking somebody's style and you ain't even black.
And
Get
then
out of
this
here, dog.
this the fucking legend.
Yeah, like come on, dog.
Like nigga,
Like
this is Ghostface Killer from Wu Tang.
right.
Like, nah, bro, we not going. What's next?
That's it, man. Get his ass the fuck out of here.
Is that all 5?
Yeah, that's all fine.
Okay, cool. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Decipher Road to 100. We are about to shoot episode 10 in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Drop a comment with some albums that you taken from this list to check out or that you already heard that you like. And until 10 minutes later, we out of here. Peace. What's good, y'all? I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And we are back for episode 10, as promised, of Decipher Road to 100. Let's get to it with no further ado. DJ, what is the lineup for this 5 albums?
This lineup is very good lineup. What 4 out of the 5 is really good projects. I'd say that. So the first one we got is Death for Some Shady from Eminem. We got
Okay.
the Auditorium Volume 2 feature from Common and Pete Rock. We got well, this will be on my list, not on yours, but I got Blxst. I always come find you. We got The King of the Mischievous South Volume 2 from Denzel Curry. And we got God's Network, The Rebirth from the
Oh,
Lord, Rakim.
oh man.
So
From
that,
the God.
yeah, for the God. That's why I said 4 out of 5. You know,
No,
let's go ahead and knock him out first, bro. Let's go
okay.
ahead and knock him out first. The first album we're gonna talk about today is from rap legend, pioneer, elder statesman, innovator, whatever you want to call him, man.
Oh man,
Lord,
without him, we wouldn't have Nas, man.
yeah, man.
Give him all his props. He redefined
Rakim,
what rap was. Yeah,
right?
yeah. ASAP Rocky got his name from Rakim as well.
Yeah, man. One of the first really rappers to incorporate like really like thought provoking in terms of like actually being able to have the lyricism to go with the content. and made that really popular. Like you said, basically birthing Nas' whole style for the most part.
Yeah.
But I don't know what this project is though. I don't know if this is like a test run for something. I don't know, but what I called it was basically like a big ass posse cut, big
Yeah,
ass life, big ass posse cut album slash cipher album because he got a bunch of niggas on this project, and the album is only what 7 songs. Uh,
bruh. Yeah.
yeah, it's only 7 or 8 songs, and it's so many people on this album that a lot of times you can't even tell or hear when Rakim is actually rapping, bro.
I ain't
Like
gonna
it's
lie.
just
It's bruh. Yeah. Yeah.
like it's so many people on this damn project is crazy. Like, and the people that he did work with, I mean, for the most part, it's people that you would think they're still like a lot of New York kind of like underground type rappers and things like that. But he also got people like BG on the project. Like, when have you ever thought that you would hear a song with Rakim and BG on it at the same time? That's something
Never
that
ever.
would never will fucking happen. So, um, but I'm gonna say like it is some good to decent rapping on here. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna say like it's just like crazy otherworldly type shit. Like it is some good rapping on here, but as far as just like the production and just all the people on here, like it's kind of like a clusterfuck, bro. I
Yeah.
can't really get with it to be honest. Some of my songs I did like was Be Ill featuring Corrupt and Master Killer. Love is the Message is another good song. My favorite song is on God's Playground, featuring 38 Special, DMX, Fred the Godson, and Skyzoo.
Yeah.
And the last song I like was on Sign of the Seven. Um,
Mhm.
I really like that song. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10, but I don't see this going to my next round. I don't ever see myself going back listen to this shit again because it's just too much going on. Like, and I don't like I'm good on this shit, bro. Like I said, there's so many people rapping that I can't really hear when Rakim come in. Like, where is he on this project, bro? So I don't know.
I
What you think?
time that I listened to it, the only song that I just heard him loud and clear was like, "This is Rakim" was the intro.
Yeah,
And then he started bitch, New York hat, wide leg jeans and lugs. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? But I was just like, okay, this is like he's not from our era. Like
right.
he from like low key our parents' era. Like he might
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like
Our parents.
he the OG to Nas and Hov and them niggas 50. So like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he give me the vibe of a nigga who like still like buy looses from the gas station.
Mhm.
But like not in a bad way. He's just like probably got like some crazy ass theory about buying packs of cigarettes. Like he's like shit. Like you be like, why you don't buy the pack, Rakim? Study long, study wrong, kid. What?
Oh,
Okay. All
yeah.
right, I got
Oh
you. I
no.
got you, God.
Oh no, bro. But
But yeah, I said he still sounds in shape. Intro to Love is the message is hard. Now is the time was good. God's Playground was fire. I was gonna say represent. Rest in peace to Fred and DMX.
yeah.
King Cricket went crazy on his verse.
Hmm.
I said it's not enough album for me, but
Yeah.
way too much rapping in some spots. Like it
Yeah.
was that one song where they was just like trying to rap as fast and as loud as they could. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, is this even music? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Method Man went in on his verse, and
Yes.
Sign of Seven was a cool track. I also gave it a 6.5 out of 10. This shit just like a bunch of. You ever been to New York?
No.
Then when you get there, whenever you go,
Yeah.
as soon as you get on the street and start walking around, this album is gonna make sense.
Okay.
It's so much going on, bro.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Bro, it is madness. It
Okay.
is pure unadulterated chaos. I
Hmm.
can only imagine what it's like to get on like the subway, not the subway, but the subway.
Hmm.
Um, that's what this shit feel like. Just pure, just just wow. It's like that nigga said, hey, I'm renting out an Airbnb for a week. Whoever pull up, pull up. And as long as you rap a 16, it's going on this album. I don't know
Yeah.
where it's
Mhm.
going on this album. And it's just like this shit just they needed an A&R badly. But respect to Rakim for all his contributions to the game. But nah, this ain't it, King. What we got next?
Yeah, we was right at 7 minutes on that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go backwards now. So the next one we got is King of the Mischievous South Volume 2
Okay.
featuring Denzel Curry. And this is one of my favorite albums of last year. I really, really enjoyed this project. I originally gave it an 8.5 out of 10, but I had to deduct a half a point off of that because I was including the deluxe songs that made it into the project. Because when he did the deluxe songs, he added it, like he took away the original version. So now the
Mm,
only version that's there is the version including those songs. So when I was going back and doing my review when we was in time for this episode,
mm,
I was judging it based off those new songs being added. And because I love all those new songs that he added on the project, but I had to take it away if we're doing the base work.
yeah.
And I mean, granted, it didn't knock it down much. Like I said, it took from an 8.5 to an 8, but I mean, it's still a great project. Some of my favorite songs is Ultra Shit featuring K Niata, Hot Ones featuring Hot One featuring Tia Corain and ASAP Ferg. Black Flag Freestyle featuring that Mexican OT. Wishlist featuring Armani White. That's probably my favorite song on here. Skid featuring Kenny Mason and Project Pat. And Cold Pimp featuring Ty Dolla Sign and Juicy J. Those are the ones I went back to the most. But really, it ain't no skips on this project for me. I can go
No,
through it
it's not.
I can go through it from start to finish and be entertained the whole time. Production is solid. He definitely makes it known where his influences was for this project, Southern, what I'm saying, hip hop. So I really, really enjoyed that. And then, I mean, he did mention this on one of the songs where he feels like he had to dumb down the raps a little bit. And I can
Mhm.
definitely see that in this project. It's definitely not as intricate as Zoo was or what was the other album?
The most recent one that was really intricate was Melt My Eyes.
Yes, yeah, yeah,
See your,
yeah,
See Your Future or something like that.
yeah,
Something like that. But yeah, that one was out there. Yeah.
yeah. So I can definitely see the difference. And overall, I mean, this kind of project may help him going forward, to be honest, to really just kind of solidify his stay like in the mainstream in terms of like, music like that. And I mean, he can still drop one of those melt my eyes type things or songs every now and then. But for the most part, if he's just trying to stay consistent and be in the public eye and rotation of music, this is a good serving of that. And I enjoyed it.
And like a lot of the hip hop focus channels, they really appreciate Denzel Curry as an artist. I
Yeah,
saw something today, it was like they did a top 25 albums of the 2020s. I think that'd be an interesting episode for us to do as well. We'll
mhm.
start doing shit like that once we finish um this top 100 and then wrap that around like
Hold on.
the albums
You
that's coming
you
out.
you said the 2020s or the 2000s?
Oh, the 2020s.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
So they did that and Melt My Eyes was on there.
Okay.
And anytime I see somebody like talking about Denzel Curry, they speak on him like he's one of the like maybe not even maybe one of the most underappreciated artists of this generation for the most part. So
I agree.
um, and that was before King of the Mischievous South was released. Like going back to his project, I think it was called Imperial and then Taboo. Because I remember when I heard Taboo, I was like, who is this?
Mhm.
Like, and then I listened to Melt My Eyes and I was like, bro, he got some really good albums, bro.
Yeah,
He
I agree.
like he very, very good discography. Um, so yeah, when we start doing that too, I just be like, I'm happy to do this, but I will be glad to when we finish this up so we can start getting into some of the other stuff that we want to do as a platform. But my favorite songs was Ultra Shit, Black Flag, Freestyle, Scared, Cold Pimp, Wishlist. Hoodlums. Armani White did good. Mexican OT did good. Skinny Pimp, Project Pat, Slid, KM. Who was KM? I forget every time. Because it wasn't Killer Michael.
No, Killer Mike not on here now. I don't
Um,
remember.
I can't remember who KM is. Shout out to ASAP, he did good. And of course the deluxe version was good. But I don't want to count that because it can have a negative effect because those songs weren't intended a lot of times.
Right.
So I don't want to attach it and it could possibly, tank the album. So, you can't do some and not do others. So I just for like me personally, I just never consider the deluxe
Yeah.
because unless I'm just grading the deluxe songs like separately. You feel what I'm saying? What's next?
Next we got, if we're going backwards. I guess I'll take the reins on this one. I got I'll Always Come Find You from Blxst.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
um, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say this is hip hop. It's more so kind of like R&B slash, not necessarily pop, but it's the modern R&B. And what I mean by modern R&B is when they incorporate incorporate more so of the up tempo, like the song that you actually rap on type stuff. And it's kind of like the singy, rappy type, style. That's really, like I said, associated with modern R&B. It's not so much of the slow ballads and the high singing moments that you would hear from a traditional like R&B, like from the '90s and the '80s and things like that. But I do feel as though Blxst is, even with the modern sound, like he's kind of incorporating it and making it his own style. And the reason why I say that is because the production, how he does the production is very, like, the musicality of this album for me is really, really good. And it's just another sign of the West Coast artists really understanding the music in terms
Mhm.
of when they make their projects. So I think that is going to like separate him from the other like more modern R&B acts, like a Bryson or what's his name, um Bryson, what's the other guy name, Brent Fayez. Yeah, like
Okay.
those kind of guys like that. He'll separate himself, I feel, from those things. um I really don't have a skip on this album. Um, some of the songs I really enjoyed was 10 Summers or Better is the last song on the album. It's like an outro type song, but he actually went in on that. I really enjoyed it. I had to 1,000 Hours featuring Junie, How Many, Too Many Friday Nights. Like that's when he kind of get into the crossover appeal of it. Because I can hear those songs on 103.7, like on the pop side. Like I can hear those songs being on there. Um, but overall, I think it's a really, really good project. I can go back to it and still enjoy it. I gave it an 8 out of 10 personally,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm not gonna put it on my top 25 though. I'm just gonna set it aside as just one of the albums I really enjoyed from last year. So
I
um,
got
we could go to the next one. The next one is the Auditorium Volume 2 featuring Common, for
you.
From Common and Pete Rock. I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Best Common album in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And I've been, bruh, yes. And I got on Common like as far as my own personal journey, like listening to his music as it's released. Um, Dream a Believer. That was like 2011, 2012. So
Was
every
that
release, huh?
was that before or after B and Electric Circus?
Um, it's way after like it came out in 2011,
Okay,
2012.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's way so I gotta kind of go back. I have listened to B. I haven't listened to like is it for like Water for Chocolate and Electric Circus. I haven't listened to those. Antoine used to always be like, bro, you gotta go back and listen to those. Uh so I haven't listened to those, but like from Dream a Believer forward, I've listened to all his releases, and this is the best one in a long time. Probably since Nobody's Smiling.
Okay.
That album's tough. Um, but yeah, man, Dreaming is a fire ode to black music greats. Dope intro track.
Mhm.
Um, That's something we can do too. I'm just coming up with ideas like best intros, best intro tracks. The
Okay.
song "This Man Is Smooth," that sample was fire. "We On Our Way" was beautiful. I really like this album, bro. This probably this I, off rip. It's in my top 7, 8 of 2024. The beat and sample "Unfortunate" reminds me of the "Dreamer Believer" album. Um, Common, he was really rapping on this album. So
Mhm.
many slick bars and just like he was like when you if you go back and just read the lyrics or just go back and listen, he said a lot of shit.
Mhm.
So many people. I said that was a dope personification on destiny, faith, and hope. Wise
Mhm.
Up was fire. Pete Rock was in his bag. A God. I can't remember the full title of it, or was it just A God?
It just or a god in parentheses there is.
Okay. Um, and I was saying last time I was like, it's crazy to have a soul singer line next to you.
Mhm.
This project had a spiritual feel to it. Stella was tough.
Mhm.
Um, at that point, I was like, it's not a miss on the tape yet. All kind of ideas. Um, that beat was fire. Pete Rock, he had a dope verse on there. When the Sun Shines, another fire one. Everything's so grand. Like, but this album is fire, bro. Like, I
Mhm.
know I probably just named every song minus like maybe one or two on the album. This album is fire, bro.
Yeah.
This is the best album that I listened to since Alligator Bites.
Well, I could definitely understand why it was nominated for a Grammy. I
Yeah,
feel.
this shit's
Granted, I mean, it's not really a lot of albums I feel that could have been up for a Grammy nomination last year, honestly.
mhm,
But I can understand why this is one of those ones, and I definitely enjoyed it. Like Pete Rock, production wise, did his fucking thing, bro. Like I told you in the when we text, like it's
mhm,
not a single beat on this album that I don't like. I like
yeah,
every single beat, every single song is fucking fire to me in terms of production. Now I do have my ebbs and flows with Common in terms of like how he raps sometimes and how he elongates certain syllables and lyrics to kind of stretch stuff out to make it fit. But I guess that's more so akin to like his spoken word roots and things like that. So I'm not gonna really knock that from him like in a review aspect. It's just something that I just have to just get grow to accept more and more and I listen to him. And I will say like I'm not the biggest person in terms of knowing his discography, knowing his music like that. Like that's stuff that I'm really going back into now in my older age and listen to him. But back when it first came out, I didn't listen to Common like that. I'm just being honest. So I think a lot of this stuff, the nuances, I think I'll probably get over in time.
yeah.
But it didn't stop me from enjoying this project. Like this album is definitely going on my list. I don't know about top 7, but I can see like maybe top 10 or even top 15 for sure. Like it'll be somewhere in there that range. But yeah, it's not a miss on this album, bro. Like
No, this shit was like,
I can honestly say like it's not a miss on the album. So I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Um, yeah, it's making my next round. I know it's making yours for sure.
for mother boy. Uh, I'm at I'm at an 8.7. Eight point
Okay.
seven out of 10. This album is, bro. This album is really, really good. Where we at next?
The last one out of this batch, it is this is one of the ones we actually did an episode on, guys. So this is the Death of Slim Shady from Eminem.
Okay.
We did a live reaction to this album, so I'm not gonna go too deep into this. I mean, I don't know if Skip will, but if y'all want to hear just like our true, like honest, raw thoughts on the project, go check out that episode. It is on Patreon, it is on YouTube, and you actually can hear us listen to the album, and we listen to it in real time because we held off because all the Eminem stands was like, y'all need to do this, y'all need to respect this and this and that. So we did our we did our due diligence, bro. So, but overall, I was actually very surprised when I went back and listened to it again after the episode. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, and a lot better than I was expecting it to be. To be perfectly honest, I think Eminem was rapping as great as he's not as ever rap, but I think he was rapping really, really good at a high level on this project. I like a lot of the production. I like the themes and concepts of him basically trying to go through the way of trying to separate himself from Slim Shady, but overall, it's just a cycle that comes back up at the end of the album, and it just rebirth once you listen back to them again. So I enjoyed that concept. I think that was really good. Some of the songs I really enjoyed was Habits, Fuel. Of course, y'all can hear we got an episode on Fuel reaction from Jid. Um, Road Rage featuring them joints and Sly Piper. I really enjoyed that one. Guilty Conscience 2 is probably my favorite song on the entire project. That and that song and Temporary feature
Mhm.
Skylar Grey. Both of those songs together, like, is what makes the album for me. Like, both of those songs, like, it gives you everything you need to know from Eminem, everything you would need in 2 songs. So I really enjoyed both of those. And the last one I liked was Toby, featuring Big Sean and Baby Tron. And
Mhm.
I gave it a solid 8.4 out of 10. Um, I couldn't go 8.5 because there was like some slight cringe moments on here that I really just like kind of was like overkill a little bit. But overall, like, this is definitely going on my list. Like, there's no way this album not making my list somewhere. So
Yeah.
what about you?
And it yeah, some of those moments I think pulled it down from being up there with the Common Pete Rock for me. And then I just settled at the 8.5.
Yeah.
Um so I had a kind of long list for this one too. But I'm gonna try to rush through it. Renaissance felt like peak Eminem show era. I
Yeah.
liked Habits. I say Evil is diabolically fire. Lucid was good, and I'm shortening it because I don't want to say these words. Anti is full of witty wordplay and dope rhyme schemes. We talked about Few. That was dope. Good fire performances from both of them. Road Rage sound like a song from the Compton album. It
Mhm.
was a very okay song to me. I still don't really like Houdini.
Yeah.
Um, Argue with Your Grandma. Guilty Conscience 2 was powerful. Um, I like that because it kind of carries the sentiment of the album, kind of like you said, like just challenging conventional thought and separating art from artists.
Mhm.
Temporary was a beautiful goodbye, or at least felt like it. I wish Big Sean had this energy on his album. Um, Toby was fire. And
Yeah.
Somebody Saved Me is so sad, but it was really good. And like I said, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Good album. Probably top 10. Because like I said, I don't have my top 10 already situated, but it's probably in the top 10.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's definitely making it to my list. Like, I didn't really have to even really do a second review on it. Like, I kind of felt that way from when we did the reaction, to be perfectly honest. So, but just giving it another listen again made it kind of solidified it, like, for sure is going on now. So
Yeah, I think first listen, I was kind of like in 8.99 out of 10 territory. So I'm glad I listened to it again just to like to really have like a actual real listen to where I could like stop, run shit back, maybe listen to a song twice back to back. Yeah, so it ended up coming down. But overall it aged very well. It
mhm.
didn't age better, but it didn't age too much worse. The sentiment stayed the same. He executed what he needed to execute. I just think it wasn't as good as what we thought it was. Cause I think
Yeah,
like shit, Eminem show might be a 9, and it's not as good as Eminem show. So yeah. What we got next?
that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said last time, we'll be back in about 8 minutes.
Mhm.
Thank y'all for tuning into another episode of Decipher Road to 100. This was episode 10, and we will be back shortly with episode 11. Peace.